Welcome to the channel about news from around the world. While you subscribe and like it, we're going to start.
Supreme Commander-in-Chief Vladimir Putin has openly called the ongoing events related to the Wagner PMC an armed insurgency, and Prigozhin's actions a betrayal and a stab in the back. The worst thing is that everyone witnessed how that blow was being prepared. Prigozhin's controversial statements have appeared on social media on more than one occasion, initially even met with approval from some, then questions, then wariness and then rejection. All was quiet as long as the musicians worked exclusively overseas. Mostly in Africa, they were also in Syria. They took Palmyra, they took it back, too. However, all the glory then went not to them. Judge for yourself, the Wagner PMC is Prigozhin's personal business. Of course, he himself has invested a lot in it, including from his other sources of income. So does any normal entrepreneur. But he seems to have had a lot from his war business, too. Especially in Africa, where there was a lot of money to be made. And he hardly needed to account for them strictly to anyone there. Now everything had changed. When the musicians were asked to help at home, problems immediately surfaced. Who are the PMCS subordinate to, at whose expense are they supplied, paid, buried? The notorious problem with the supply of ammunition to PMCS comes from the same place. When they are transferred by the Ministry of Defense, how can the logistics companies account for them? Who was handed over, an illegal structure, to the fighters? Hence the problems of payments, decorations, military ranks and even funerals with military honors. In these circumstances, the military agency tried to solve the problems somehow, trying to legitimize their interaction with the PMCS. They began to transfer the musicians to the contract, removing this structure from the shadows. What does this mean to Prigozhin personally? The fact that his military business is being taken away from him. And what happens when it is taken away from a big businessman? He sees such actions as racketeering, and he resists. That is exactly what is happening now. It seems that the final push for everything was given by recent reports of the Ministry of Defense on contracts with volunteers. Such contracts have already been signed with many companies. The turn has come to the Wagner PMC. Its leadership is not satisfied with this. The army must be one-man rule. Only such an army will be combat-ready and will be able to win. The director of the Information and Press Department of the Foreign Ministry, Maria Zakharova, said that we have one commander-in-chief. Not two, not three. One. And he who, fearing for his personal power and business, at a difficult time is himself aspiring to be commander-in-chief, is entering the path of treachery. One shoots one's own in the back. In short, the conflict between the government agencies and the Wagner PMC was laid down long ago, gradually turning into personalities. It smoldered for a long time, and now it has flared up. But now it is no longer about personalities, but about money.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested, subscribe and leave a comment.